those who invented the use of computers were not competing with the Almighty. Almighty God has created the human beings, the animal beings, and the angels. In my religion, the human being has been given two distinctive abilities. The right to think, that is why God says, God gives you an opportunity to discern what is good and what is right. And you as an individual, you are in a position to either go astray and follow the wrong or follow the right. And one of the things that mankind has done is to be innovative enough, to be creative enough, and use computer. Madam Speaker, what this bill, and I get this, what this motion attempts to do is to, first of all, to acknowledge that we are in the era of AI. This is the first thing. The second thing that this motion attempts to acknowledge is that there is need to have a friendly, institutional-driven framework that will allow the user of the AI not to infringe on the rights of others. And this is why all of us are believers in our Constitution. We accept that we have a Constitution. And that is our supreme law in the Republic of Kenya. Within that Constitution, people are allowed the right to belong to the religion of your choice, the right to associate with whoever you want, as long as you don't infringe the rights of the other person. So what this motion is trying to do is, first of all, to create public awareness. Are Kenyans aware of the AI presence in their midst? Are Kenyans aware of the use, both the advantages and the disadvantages of AI? Mr. Speaker, in the current modern day Kenya, Mr. Speaker, the use of AI has greatly, the unregulated use, let me say this, of AI has greatly caused public disturbances, Mr. Speaker, serious security challenges, and Mr. Speaker, to some extent, an infringement on our sovereign rights as a citizen and as a country, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, while we accept that AI must foster an efficient, effective use of computers instead of manual application by mind, we must also be prepared as a country that certain shortcuts in the use of AI and what we have seen recently can greatly endanger the lives and properties of the people of Kenya. And Mr. Speaker, therefore, the different types of AIs, one can be reactive, one can use a limited memory of the computer, another one can also apply the theory of mind and play with the mindset of different people. And Mr. Speaker, you can also use something called the self-awareness. That is why you see different images. Some will not even understand. People of my age will not understand. But the youngsters understand and they have their own way of doing things. Mr. Speaker, it's because of this that we must be prepared as a country, as a citizen, Mr. Speaker, to use AI efficiently, reduce operational costs, use it to interpret data, but we must also be prepared that this use, first of all, is going to cause serious loss of jobs. It's also going to contribute to the violation of individual rights, privacy. And you have seen it all being applied. Look at the headlines. Just open your social media accounts and you see the kind of thing that goes on. To the extent that some of the media, the youngsters, also use their social media accounts actually to manipulate certain realities, to suit certain circumstances, which may not be in the national interest, which may not be even in their long-term interest, Mr. Speaker. There is also an abuse of algorithm. in the application of this. You can see certain shortcuts are taken, Mr. Speaker. It's also very difficult because you can see countries that have plunged in civil war, Mr. Speaker, or some of the events, global events that are happening right now. If you follow the social media accounts, like the world is coming to an end. We are almost on the verge of a third world war. That Kenya is beginning to end. And there is going to be a civil war, and we don't have the institutions. So what this motion, and I hope my good friend Mary will take this to the next level and have, I know you'll be criticized, but those will be positive criticisms. You will be remembered later on. That's why I said we must think out of the box. Please translate this, take this to the next level, have it as a bill that allow the public to participate, and ultimately we'll come up with a bill that meets the test of time, a bill that meets the sovereign interest of the people of Kenya, a bill that will protect the rights of any individual, and a bill that will ultimately contribute to the development of this great republic. Mr. Speaker, I stand to support this, very progressive. Please don't get tired, go on, bring the bill as soon as possible. I support.
The MP for Taita Taveta, followed by the Honorable Geoffrey Odanga.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for also giving me a chance to contribute briefly on this motion. And I want to begin by congratulating my colleague, Marianne, for bringing this motion on matters artificial intelligence. And Mr. Speaker, from the onset, I want to say that the world is revolving and it continues to evolve. And truly, AI is an idea that time has come, and there's nothing we can do about it. We have to embrace it. And Mr. Speaker, it has its own benefits and challenges. And already it is in practice. So, Mr. Speaker, the only way that we can enjoy or benefit from AI is to regulate it. We have to control so that we benefit from it. And Mr. Speaker, I want to say that a lot is being done by AI, like so many things. You get surprised at times you go for shopping and Mr. Speaker, you have your Visa card in the pocket and you just get close to the counter and tap it and everything is sorted. You know, money is removed from your card and you've already settled your bills. And that is the work of AI. At times you pay for parking and when you're driving your car, before you get to the gate, the gates are opening. All that is AI. And many things. So before it gets to matters security and many things on the wrong side, Mr. Speaker, I agree. It is time we regulate it as quick as possible, so that we get to enjoy it. So I congratulate my colleague and I support this motion. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Geoffrey Odanga.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Let me also add my voice to those who are supporting the artificial intelligence and thank the sponsor of the motion, Honorable Marianne. I want to say, Madam Speaker, Honorable Speaker, that first of all, let me note that artificial intelligence is very dangerous. It is very dangerous if it is left to run and control itself. And we have seen this, like when we have had WhatsApp and FB and so on, we are seeing people abusing the opportunity to use the social media. So we need to take up this very quickly and fast enough so that it is regulated and controlled. The truth is that AI has already taken the world by storm. It is existing. We are already using it. If we don't control it, it's going to damage and even threaten, like the education system in terms of research, those who do research at masters, at PhD, and for other purposes. This is going to threaten innovation and creativity in our educational institutions. It is also going to be very dangerous in the areas of security and so on. So there is a very, very important need to have it regulated and controlled. Honorable Speaker, I support.
The Honorable Member for Turkana North, Paul Ekwam. Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to support this motion by Honorable Marianne. Mr. Speaker, whereas we celebrate AI, it's come with serious challenges, and especially with the young people in this country. If it's not going to be regulated, Mr. Speaker, it is going to, one, spoil our generations, two, create very serious issues in this country. We have so many experiences, Mr. Speaker, and so this motion that intend to allow the ministry concerned to regulate and put framework that will guide use of the AI and also create public awareness to our communities has come at a good time. Mr. Speaker, besides that, I would want to also urge that we need to have infrastructure that will also support use and, regulating the information that goes to the public. We also need to benchmark with many other countries, especially in the West, that have had this AI for a long time, so that, as we celebrate the benefits of AI, we also have it used well. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I support.
Is the MP for Samburu East in the House? Under the circumstances, given the fact that I don't see any other member who intends. Honorable Sani, the MP for Wajir North.
Thank you, sir.
Proceed. The mic is there. Give him the mic, for God's sake. Sene, what did you do to the mic? It was on until you started. You messed. Go to another one. Go to another one. Where else? Where can you get a mic? Oh, yes. Fair enough. No, come right in front there. Yes. There you go.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Artificial intelligence is a new thing. And I'm sure in as much as it is good, we are in a time when everything has to go digital. I'm brought up at a time when things were analog. And we must appreciate the changing times and trends. I know its importance is so immense in terms of decision making, automating tasks, trying to analyze vast data that we cannot do it mechanically, improving efficiency, bringing the best out of customer experience. We can't enumerate the importance of artificial intelligence. However, Mr. Speaker, we are going to a time when we are nearly phasing out the human species. We are becoming robots. We will lose our uniqueness, our originality, that which makes us different from all other creatures. We have been endowed with natural intellect. If everything becomes at our fingertips, we will lose that innate endowment, the intelligence. I think in as much as it is a must that we must accommodate artificial intelligence, it must be done with caution. Actually, we are at a time even the National Examination Council is facing serious challenges in terms of genuineness. A's and B's that used to be rare during our times have become a common grade, yet they can't showcase, they can't justify their grades. That is sufficient to say that we are trying to copy-paste. You ask the artificial intelligence, any gadget, how is this? You pose questions, and it gives you all the raft of answers, and we copy-paste. That is the kind of generation we are looking forward to. If it is good, I think it's good for the military, at most. like what's happening between between Israel and Iran. But for a normal life, in as much as I am reluctantly accepting this. Yes, it is good, but we will diminish as human beings. We will be, it's like another GMO of a human being, not a natural thing. So I reluctantly accept. Let us accommodate it, but with a lot of caution. I support. Thank you.
There being no more member willing to weigh on this, I'll call upon the mover to reply. Madam Mary Ann Keitani.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, first I want to thank all my colleagues who have contributed to this particular motion on a regulatory framework to regulate the artificial intelligence sector of our industry. Honorable Speaker, I think as I mentioned when I was moving the motion, Kenya in 2022 was ranked the 5th in Africa and 90th globally in readiness to adopt artificial intelligence. That is in 2022. In 2025, I believe we have moved far notch higher in both in Africa and in the world. And without regulation and without a framework within which we can now work on to ensure that any artificial intelligence use and readiness is adopted in a regulated framework, then it becomes dangerous for us, especially in the age and era where we are dealing with fake news, in the age and era where we are dealing with economic inequalities and displacements and misinformation that has become a norm of the day. In, again, the same 2022, the Oxford Insights survey pegged Kenya's readiness for AI at 40.3%. I think if today the index is done, we could actually far be above 60% in terms of readiness. And therefore, this regulation couldn't come at a better time. It couldn't be thought through at a better time so that Kenyans and the world at large can be able to appreciate and be able to take advantage of artificial intelligence. I remember, Honorable Speaker, when computers first came into the world and when they finally came into being used around 1956 to about 1980, many people used to see many big machines called mainframes. But today, the computer is as tiny as it's a very tiny thing, and we cannot survive today without computers. Artificial intelligence is quickly and very fast taking shape and taking root in a lot of the activities we do. We travel a lot, and I think a quick example of one of the places artificial intelligence is properly used is, for example, at airports. When you are moving from one terminal to the other, you have a train that is driverless, moving you from one terminal to the other. That is artificial intelligence at play. And we are trusting that train to be able to take you to the other terminal without thinking that, oh, there is no driver inside this train. And so many other technologies. Medicine, today you don't have to go or travel long distances to get very good medical attention. Within the comfort of your home, your country, you can be able to get access to the best doctors, the best medication through artificial intelligence. I can't mention all sectors because every sector of our economy and every sector of our lives is actually now being taken over by artificial intelligence. And we need to appreciate that as a country, as Kenya, we cannot be left behind. We cannot close ourselves out of artificial intelligence. We must be with it, and we must be with the society, and we must move on. And for us to do that, so that it is not misused, I think the formulation of this framework or regulation is very important in this sector. So, Honorable Speaker, I beg to reply. Thank you.
Fair enough. Question will be put at an appropriate time in the future. For now, I'm calling for the next order.
Order number 18. Order number 18, motion, formulation of a land use policy on zoning of land for agriculture and built development.
The Honorable Tim Wanyonyi is in the House to move this motion? No? Okay, I defer this motion to another date when Honorable Tim Wanyonyi is going to be around to move his motion. Next order.
Order number 19, formulation of a reward scheme for accomplishments by sports persons in international competitions.
Where is the Honorable Charles Ngusia to move this motion, private member's motion? He's not in the House. Fair enough. I direct that this motion be put on the order paper on an appropriate Wednesday when the Honorable Ngusia can move this private member's motion. Next order.
Order number 20, motion, allocation of help funds to support students enrolled at the Kenya Medical Training College.
The Honorable Shuria was around this morning. He's not in the House now? I'm sure he assumed that these other motions were going to take the time up to 1 o'clock. Under the circumstances, there being nobody to move, Shuria is not moving and he has not delegated that authority to somebody else to move on his behalf. I direct that this motion be put on the order paper at an appropriate date in the future. Next order.
Order number 21, the Parliamentary Powers and Privileges Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 37 of 2023, second reading.
The co-sponsor, Honorable Wamboka. The Honorable Wamboka. Fair enough. Honorable Wamboka is not in the House to move this bill. Under the circumstances, I direct that this be put on the order paper at an appropriate date in the future. Next order.
Order number 22, the Breastfeeding Mothers Bill, National Assembly Bill number 8 of 2024, second reading.
The Honorable Sabina Chege to move this second reading of this motion, of this bill. Honorable Chege Sabina, MP for Moranga, is it? No, nominated member of parliament. She is not in the House. I direct that this be put on the order, this bill to be put on the order paper at an appropriate date in the future. Next order.
Order number 23, the County Government's Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 25 of 2023, second reading.
The Honorable Timothy Toroitich. Honorable Timothy Toroitich is not in the House to move this bill as a co-sponsor of the bill itself. Now, I direct that this bill be put on the order paper at an appropriate date in the future when the honorable member will be in a position to move it, to move the second reading. Honorable members, under the circumstances, there being no any other matter on the order paper, honorable members, the time being 12:30, 12:31 actually to be precise, p.m., this House stands adjourned until today, Wednesday, the 18th of June, 2025 at 2:30 p.m.
Month, he receives a document. Rows of numbers, columns of codes, nothing, and gave love its own ledger. Happy Father's Day from Dad's #1 trusted bank. DTB, bank with us, bank on us.
Ngozi yako ina glow. Nilijipaka mafuta leo asubuhi nikikam, lakini skin yangu ishaparara and it looks so dull.
Sis, see, it's the new Nice and Lovely Lemon Extract Body Lotion.
Hiyo ndo secret yangu to a moisturized and bright skin. Usimix.
New Nice and Lovely Lemon Lotion, enriched with vitamin C and sunflower seed oil for 48-hour nourishing glow and brighter skin. Try Nice and Lovely Lemon Lotion today.